All right. So I don't have a ton planned, except for kind of talking about what everybody put in there today. But if anybody wants to add a topic about like struggles, I'd love to hear it and kind of discuss it. So a big one was time management. And I'm not going to touch on that too much since we're going to have that guest speaker next week talking about time management. But time management, I'm going to say, as far as like power hours go, I mean, at least for my own experience, and especially not necessarily now, but back when I started, because my life was insanely much busier than it is at this point, just really like time blocking your power hours, whether it's doing it all in once or breaking it up. Like you have to really look at your calendar and look at your schedule and say, okay, when can I take 15 focused minutes and do adding to my network? When can I take another 15 minutes and invite? When can I take another 15 minutes and write out some posts? If you have to break it all up, break it up, but get it done. But block out some very focused time. You'll be amazed what you can do in 15 minutes of very focused work. Like blinders on, nothing else, turn off the distractions. I mean, I can go pee and get a lot done in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm not peeing for 5 minutes, but if everybody else thinks I'm peeing for 5 minutes and I have 5 focused minutes, I can fire off follow-up, you know? So there's so much little bits of time that we don't realize we have. And somebody wrote the other day, and I thought it was great. It was like, I don't have time to do this or that, but yet I'm scrolling Instagram and yet I'm watching Grey's Anatomy marathons or something like that. You know, like we all have time. It's just a matter of how you use it. So it really is a question to, like, in my mind, of whether I'm interested in building a business to whether I am committed to building a business. Like that's definitely got to be that switch in your head, because if you're not committed to building the business, you're not going to make it happen. You're not going to make sure you do all your to-dos on a daily basis consistently unless you make that commitment to yourself and you know why you're doing it, versus, yeah, that sounds good. I would like to see this happen. I think I'd want to pay for this, or, you know, just those I would like to. It's like more like a prayer, you know? You're not going to put that power and effort in behind it unless you commit. So I kind of went off on my own little thing there with time management. But I definitely think it starts with a decision, and that's what it's not about time. You have to make a decision to go in if you want to do it. And when you do that, you will find the time, whether it's 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes throughout your day, whether you get up early and do it all before, whether you stay up later and skip TV at night. You know what I mean? Like you just get it done. There's plenty of people who have tons of stuff going on and make this happen in an hour a day, and that's all they have to put in it, and they make it happen, and they're like 5, 10-star diamonds. So it's definitely doable. So not getting discouraged. I think a lot of that not getting discouraged is being consistent, because if you're consistent, you're going to see progress, but you have to do all the things, not just add to your network one day, invite another, post another. Like you have to be consistent with everything. And that just comes along with, once you start doing those things, you're going to build that confidence and people are going to see that. And that's when you're going to start seeing those results. This business does not happen overnight. It definitely has the you know, I want to say 3-month turnaround. If you're consistent for 3 months, you're going to start seeing some results. It's not a quick fix. It's not gonna just, yeah, I'm a diamond, you know. Yes, some people have that happen, but you don't know what they started with. Like, you don't know if they had a ton of friends, a ton of fans already on social media somewhere before they ever dove into this business. You don't know if they were involved in another business beforehand. You know what I mean? So I would say if you're starting out, I want to say like a normal person, like me, I had nobody. Like, I didn't have an Instagram following. I might have had a couple, like 40 friends on there, and then I had 200 friends on Facebook. So, and I did not get my close friends or family to sign up with me. It was acquaintances that I had to reach out and build those connections with. And it took years for my family to jump in and actually like do it. So don't get discouraged. You have to be consistent, and then you're going to see that progress. See, posting on social media, sharing my story, and inviting. So again, you just have to do all the things. You have to like get past the fear of sharing and getting vulnerable and just being you. And once you start being you and talking like how you would talk, your people are going to come. And as far as like posting on social media, if you don't have time, take some time over the weekend and write out critical posts. You know, I mean, like not your everyday post twice a day, but say if you plan on doing a couple call to actions that week, plan them out, like write them out. Or say you get inspired one moment, write it out in your phone so you have it for when you need it, you know, because it's still, when you have an idea pop in your head and you can write it then, it's going to come across much more authentic than trying to write something. Does that make sense? Like when you have to have it. But still, like take Sunday, plan out your post. Like, okay, I need a call to action. We have a group coming up next week, so I need to do a 1 or 2 call to actions this week. Hint, hint, hint. And start thinking about that, whether it's you sharing your own story, whether you're sharing somebody else's journey, thinking about stories about the group, like that kind of stuff. That way you're not crazy busy and you're like, oh shoot, I have got to do a call to action. It's already Friday night, you know, and I didn't do anything this week. So definitely take that time if you have struggled to get those posts done when you need them done. All right, Liz, I'm going to ask you what you mean by your statement. Even that I love customer service, I don't like to feel like I'm selling something, especially to friends. So you don't want to feel salesy.
Yeah, that's just, I've been feeling really uncomfortable. Even that I'm doing it, it's just, I can't get comfortable with it.
So I think my best advice is when you're inviting, if they're not interested, obviously leave it alone. If they're not responding, don't bug them, you know, wait a while. If they are interested, you have to ask the questions. Like you have to get to know their needs and wants, because once you know what could help them, you're not going to feel salesy recommending what you think is best for them. Because it's not all going to be the same for somebody. Not everybody's going to get a Shakeology challenge pack, you know? They might not want all of that. They might just want to start out with BOD, or they might just need a nutrition plan. So I feel like once you get to know them and what they're needing, and you provide that, like, you know, your own value every day, that they know that this is something you use and you see results from, it's not going to come across as salesy when you present those options to them.
Okay.
Anybody else can feel free to chime in on any of this too. And you look like you have something to say.
Who?
You.
I agree. I mean, I think that, you know, after you get to know the products really well, then you can tailor exactly what it is to that person, to what they're doing. You know, what is it that you need? What is it you're looking for? Do you have a workout routine going on? You know, is it diet? Is it both? You know, maybe it's more lifting than, you know, calorie burning and a cardio. And so, you know, from our repertoire of everything, we know what to kind of pick and choose to offer up to them, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have a couple ladies that were doing one thing and are starting to switch over and do something else because it wasn't working for them, you know, and they're going to try a different routine. Kind of anything to keep them in the loop, you
Right.
know. But, you know, at the same time, it's what you would do for yourself. You know, you're just offering up exactly what you would tell yourself if it was you and this is what you had. So
Yeah.
I think it gets easier the more you know it.
Right.
I feel, to talk about it, because you're just giving them an answer and you're helping them. That mind switch, I think, is big too. When you listen to some of the coaches and some of their talks, you know, that mind switch of that we're helping people, and we are. They
Yeah.
want something. They want to be told something.
Right.
You know, and so if we can grab that and lead them and tell them that they want it, they want somebody to give them a hand. So
Right. And I mean, look at what it's done for yourself and how much you love it. That's going to come across too. You know, you're not selling something that you're not using yourself.
Right.
I had another
we
point.
know you work it, Liz.
Right. I mean, when you're talking to somebody, they clearly know what you do because you share so well with your own journey that I doubt you coming across as salesy. And I think it is. It's just a mind shift switch, like Suzanne said.
Probably, yeah. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just I'm still like kind of insecure.
Right.
I love watching your videos, even though I can't understand them. It's great.
See,
Yes, it's so true. You're just very soothing. You just sit there and you start talking, and I'm just like mesmerized by what you're saying. But I
so
don't
read
know
it.
what you're saying.
I think I genuinely watch them every morning. I mean, some of them are in English.
Some
Right.
of them, yeah. Not a lot, because it's too much time to thinking. So I don't say the wrong thing. Too much thinking too early in the morning.
But I think you have a great niche with the whole Spanish, and because there's not a ton of coaches who speak Spanish, and you know what I mean? Like you have a good community and a good niche there. So
And military.
yes, and military at that.
That's huge.
Yeah, I think it's just I need to get more confident, like when talking one-on-one to people. I think that's what it is,
Mhm.
because I haven't been doing it a lot.
Right.
So yeah, it's part of the consistency too.
And it takes practice. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like the less you say and just the more you ask, the better the conversation goes.
Right.
Because they feel like you actually care. And
Yeah.
you're not like, oh, you want to lose weight? Okay, this is what you need to do. No, you're asking what they struggle with. Why do they want to lose weight? What's their nutrition like? What kind of workouts do they like? Do they even want to work out? Like all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
All right. What other struggles do we have that we're going to talk about? Nothing? Good. All right. So I wanted to go over those, and I just wanted to kind of brain fart.
Did you say Braveheart?
I said brain fart, not Braveheart. I'm staring at my calendar.
It's her favorite move. It's her favorite move.
Staring at my calendar?
Huh?
No, the Braveheart.
The Braveheart.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's from the 100 workout. You'll see.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about
Yeah,
that.
you'll see that in
No,
October.
no, her favorite is Burpee Bolt. That shit gets it every time.
So sorry. I
She-
can't
If
do
we did
any of that
Braveheart
yet.
more
Get
often, my
started
knees wouldn't hurt.
soon, so I'll know what you're talking about.
You knew, right?
I haven't been doing it. No, I don't have it.
You don't. Oh, I thought you did.
No, I'm waiting till what, October 1st?
I love it.
That's next
So-
Tuesday.
Yep. I'm
I
waiting.
know, I can't wait.
I've been just
It's
bouncing
so fun.
around.
Is it like on an intensity level? How insane is it?
It's not. She's
It's not?
No, I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like, there's two modifiers, obviously, but Jericho is so chill. The way she just talks to you, it's like
Cheryl,
you can push it and you can go for it. Yeah, yeah.
maybe
I
we're
did the
just gonna dance
60
it out. Maybe we're just gonna.
Or
deep
she's like, or you could just step it back. It's so. I mean, you will make it seriously what you want it to be. I modify even the modification
No, you
stuff.
don't.
So
What do you modify?
I did the 60 days with Michelle, well, part of it, and then I started doing just one and then something else once we got to phase 4 because Burpee Bolts were just getting the best of me. She kills you.
exactly.
There's a modification right there. Boom.
Yeah,
Not.
but I'm a
it.
23-year-old. I have no excuse as to why to modify.
I'm a 51-year-old. You damn straight. I'm modifying. But I do love them. I love it, and I do think it's good. I get my sweat on for sure, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely gain serious strength everywhere.
hmm But yeah, even without the bolts, like I just pull my leg in. I'm like, I know my abs and my stomach is my main area that I need to get like fit.
And
So instead of doing the
arms,
bolts,
shoulders.
I'll just do some crunches with my legs that are like bolting inwards instead of outwards. Like it's
Yeah.
fine.
I can do that fly kick thing though, where we go in and then go fly. The sting. I can do that one. I like that. That's the only air I'm catching.
Girls sound fancy.
It's fun. You're gonna like it. Anna,
I
it
love it.
reminds me of when you guys all talked about the 80-day big time.
Okay.
When I first came on and you guys were all 80-day hyped up and everything. That's what this.
Now this is like 20 to 30 minutes, right?
Yes.
Okay, 80-day was an hour.
Ugh.
Woo,
That was a
that's
hard
a
one.
lot.
No, I don't think
Wow.
any of them has actually ever hit a half hour unless you are fully committed to the stretching, which I'm never fully committed.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, but
Stretching.
usually I have to get off and go to work. I'm a
Oh.
therapist. I start like 6:30, 6:50.
Oh, that's not my favorite. No, working is not my favorite.
That's not my favorite. That's not my favorite.
So, okay. Sidetrack.
It's okay. I'm gonna live vicariously through you guys because I don't think I'm gonna do it.
You have to look at it.
I know I might do random things, but I'm not gonna do the full 100.
You don't have to get down. The one girl stands up the entire time. Right?
I didn't like those workouts at all.
You didn't?
I didn't. So now I'm stuck with the calendar because I've been showing that I'm doing 100 days. So I'm stuck with the calendar. But
Oh.
I try it. I just didn't like it. I think I tried until phase 2. The movements are just too complicated. I don't know.
Did you do max 30 today?
Yeah, I've been doing max 30. Yeah.
I was gonna say you checked off your calendar, and then I was like, wait, all those moves are from max 30.
Yeah.
Really confused.
Hey,
I
I'm
love-
working out and I'm gonna work out for 100 days. I'm stuck with the calendar, but
You're so funny.
I just didn't like. I don't like her style.
No, I love Shanti though, so I knew.
I
what
do
was
love
going.
Shanti.
Liz
Yeah,
is obsessed with Shanti.
I
Me too,
am.
Liz.
Oh.
Me too.
I love
I
him.
am.
So
That's the only one
when's the
Michelle
new
done
one
with.
start?
So I was just gonna say that yesterday was 7 days until it's available to purchase.
The work, right?
Yeah.
Who's
Oh,
doing?
I haven't tried that one either. I haven't tried the sample.
Yeah, the sample is on demand, and then he even gives like this nice little fit test thing
Is it on
where you
demand
can
now?
like see the
On Slacker.
sample thing. Yeah. And it lets you know like what materials and stuff you need. The thing that turns me off of it is the whole sliders and whatever. I don't like to get
Oh
down
yeah,
like that.
you need a whole bunch of stuff for that one. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
The
that.
bands, Sarah, you need them.
The
So
Like 80-day obsession bands or like the
loops, yeah, the loops.
oh, the
You need
loops
the
are
loops.
fine.
Yeah, the loops and
Yep.
the sliders. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, what if you have a rubber floor?
They have
They have the booty things that
yeah,
go
they
on
have
them.
the yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work. I'll have to use the towel method, see if that works. Like where you use the sliders on the towel.
Did you do the fit test, Cheryl?
Not yet.
I did nope, I didn't do it. It turned me off so bad I was like, I can't. I'm not that fit.
Well, for anybody that wants to know, there is a training on it on Beachbody Champions.
What's that?
The Beachbody Champions page? Are you not
Yeah,
in the
I've never heard
Beachbody
of that.
Champions?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's a Facebook page. You got to go join it.
Okay.
It's
I'll put it on my list.
got a ton of great info, training, all that stuff in it.
And it's called Beachbody Champions, like it's a group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like corporate runs it, and they'll have coaches come on and do random trainings. They'll apparently Emilio was supposed to talk yesterday. I don't see it in here though. But yes, there is lots of stuff in here about that. Maybe there is, and I just missed it. Oh, it is. Yeah, he was in here yesterday. Okay, so if you scroll down a couple posts, there's him in there talking about it, just so you like, so we know how it all works.
Cool.
And then if anybody buys a challenge pack this month, they get a promo code for $10 for it. So, like your customer, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And then pumpkin spice is sold out.
Oh.
What?
Yes, sold out today. My question is, when did they relaunch it? Weren't they relaunching it again? Did I miss it?
I know it started on September 3rd.
And then they
Yeah.
relaunched it again mid-September?
I don't know about the relaunch.
I didn't see anything like that.
I didn't either.
Well, it must have relaunched and now it's sold out, which sucks because my client wanted it. Oops. All right. Well, it's gone.
Oh man.
When does peppermint come out?
Let me look and see.
December.
Is it December or November?
Oh, it might be. Maybe it is November.
Because I found a whole calendar of all the launch dates, and I don't know where I saved it to. And I don't know where I found it. So I can't help. I mean, I could go in our office and look, but I swear I saw it on a Facebook page. I believe it is November or December, though. I mean, obviously, it's one of them. Oh, wait, November 1st.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Now, is that going to be sold the same way that the pumpkin was, in just like sample packs of 14?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Um, any ideas for October free group? Crockpot? I know that's always a huge one.
Or like, we were just talking about football. Like, should we do anything? Is there any like party
Healthy party food?
types of snacks
Football.
or something like that to bring? Yeah.
Football food? We could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we usually do that Super Bowl? When's Super Bowl? January?
February.
February. Oh,
So it's kind of like getting right into that football season, comfort food.
comfort food.
The crock pot it is huge. Like people
Like the crock
go
pot.
crazy for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But football might be fun.
I mean, we could kind of do a combo. Doesn't
Like
have
just
to be.
comfort food.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be strictly football food, strictly crock pot.
Fall food.
Oh, that's true.
Fall
Seriously.
comfort classics.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one too, because the holidays are coming up. Like healthy classic recipes. I don't know.
Clean up your classics.
Ooh.
There you go. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So I just found a cookbook from 1934,
Whoa.
and it was my mother-in-law's mother, and it was like her church cookbook.
Wow.
So I was going through it, and I was like, I can't eat any of this. Can't eat anything in here.
Crisco, lard.
Butter, flour.
Ain't nothing wrong with no butter.
All they ate. This is from the South, Texas. That's like all it was.
Mm.
So I was thinking, like, God, how do I make these recipes healthy? And I was like,
Mhm.
can't. You can't do any of it.
All right.
You can.
You definitely could. You have to post a couple. Let us look at it.
Mhm.
We'll tell you. You know.
Yeah.
I was like, the only way to make it healthy is to make it and then throw it away.
It
So
depends on
bad.
what's in that flour and butter as well.
No,
Okay,
I mean,
So
I
we
know.
have better substitutes for flour nowadays.
Oh, I know, but I don't know if I could get the same like taste.
Oh,
I don't-
well,
You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking. Like, you can always make it healthy,
right.
but I don't know, like, if anybody that ever tried the original recipe would ever say that it's anywhere like, oh, this tastes like mom. Huh?
Of course it's not.
That's what I mean. Is like, so I've been doing a lot of that kind of stuff lately. So, my grandmother and my great aunts, like a lot of the older people in my family, have passed away the past 2 years. And they're the people with all the recipes. So what I've been doing is like, now that we're all getting them, I'm trying to like healthy them up.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a lot of stuff like switching meats out, adding way more spices, more tomatoes, real tomatoes,
I was gonna
instead.
say, yeah,
And
veggie load them. right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot. So I'm kind of like experimenting with all this stuff, like the old school meets the like healthy. I don't know.
So funny because they were so tiny back then.
Not my family. No one in my family was tiny.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like as a culture back in the 30s, we were much smaller.
Right.
That's because it was so much more labor, I feel like.
Well, that's true too.
Right.
And like in Sicily, if you go, it's like straight up or down. There's no like flat,
Right.
except by the water. So you're either walking up or down. And I'm like, oh yeah, of course you can eat like anything you want. You're constantly climbing a mountain.
Right.
There was also no convenience back then.
Huh?
There was no like convenience like we have now.
Right. It was like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they were meals that you cooked. There wasn't go grabbing.
So you got 30,000 steps in a day.
Right.
And everything was healthier.
Yeah.
They didn't have the preservatives and the chemicals and all that jazz.
But that's what I'm saying. There was no convenience of that. Like if apples were out of season, they were out of season.
Exactly.
Their quality of butter and flour were probably much better than ours.
Still is, man. It's really good.
All right. Well, that's all I got. Unless somebody else has a topic they want to bring up or talk about. Get your tickets for Super Saturday. Get those posted for our October group. It kicks off on, I guess, technically the 1st, next Tuesday. And we're doing Fit for Fall. So, that is it. Anybody else got anything? All right, ladies.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.